Today I'm rolling my sleeves up and cooking at the Kids Cookery School, a registered charity in West London. Every time we do a day's filming here, it pays for up to 60 kids to get a chance to cook. Before they do, I have to. And I'm cooking some sardines here, some sustainable sardines with quinoa and a sunblush pepper relish. So let me take you through the ingredients first of all. Here I've got some sunblush peppers and oil. I'm going to use both the peppers and the oil. Some water, some honey, lemon juice, the quinoa itself, which is already cooked for me. I've got some ginger, pomegranate, and in here, some pistachio nuts that are peeled. Okay, they're optional. Some mint, dried apricots, and the sardines themselves. These are in double fillets. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a pan on the go here, and my tablespoons. I'm going to take a tablespoon and a half of the oil from the sunblush peppers. Four tablespoons of water. Roughly 1 tablespoon of honey. One. Lovely. And here I've got the juice and zest that I've already done of 1 lemon. So this is about 4 tablespoons juice. And I'm going to put that in there as well. Or sorry, half of that. Okay, I'm going to bring that up to the boil. And then I need to reduce it by about half. Next, while I'm waiting for that, this is the red and white quinoa, which is warmed through. So I've got about a teaspoon to a tablespoon, depending on how much you like it really, of ginger. And the other thing that's going to go in here is some ras a la noot. And this is a fantastic Moroccan spice mix. It can have up to 14 different spices in it. Don't ask me to name them all at the moment. Okay, a bit in there and a bit in there. Again, not too much in either. So I'll give this a stir about. And now there's something, I often do this with giant couscous as well, or whole wheat giant couscous. Can do with this particularly lovely is to use these different things, these different flavors that you get sort of fruity, sweet and sour. So here I've got some apricots. Now these are the quite moist ones that are ready to eat. I'm going to cut them into bits, about 1 centimetre. And this as well, it's pretty sort of fast and loose because you could vary this a lot. You could use sun-dried or sun-blushed tomatoes instead of the apricots here. Okay, so that's going to go into the quinoa. Okay, remembering that it's warm, so it's taking on the flavours of everything that you put in there. I've got some chilli here. Now this is a mild chilli. Now I have to be honest about these chilies, right? Because I really like the way the little chunks of chilli look. I hope you'll forgive me for wanting a flash of red. Half in there, and half in there. And then these are the pistachio nuts peeled. Now these are very optional, huh? This is almost gilding the lily, yeah? It gives a nice texture to it, a nice bit of crunch, but they're also there because they're green and they're quite traditional with this too. So in they go. Now, so while I'm waiting for that, mix that around. I've got the second half of the lemon zest and juice. Mix that in too, and at this stage taste. You've really got to taste with this sort of thing because you want to bring out all the flavours possible. So have a taste. And what I want, I've got some nice acidity there from the lemon. I want a touch of sugar, tiny touch of sugar, tiny touch of salt, and I like that to be ever so slightly a bit more spicy. So I've got the ras a la noot. Okay, so that's done. That can go to one side. Here, the relish is nearly done. Okay, and you see that coats now the back of a spoon. Okay, into there, I've got these sunblush peppers. So in the recipe you've got there, I've got 14 of them. So I'm just going to count as I go. That's about 4, that's about 6. Just drain off some of the oil as you go. Give them a tap. That's about 11, 12, 13, 14. Marvellous. And then all you need to do with that is bring those back to the boil because I want the peppers to take on the flavours of everything else in the pan, but I don't need to cook them. They're already done for me. The next thing I'm going to do, I've got here some pomegranate. I'm just taking it, cut it in half, open it out, and I was taught to do this actually by an Australian that I know. If you get a rolling pin and you just hold it and you tap going away from yourself, because this can be quite a messy job too, getting all the seeds. Tap them. Okay, put some in there. Okay, about half, you see I've got in there, and I put the remainder in the bowl of quinoa. Just be careful not to whack your hands. Then I'm going to do the sardines. If you go to a fishmonger, you can of course get the fishmonger to do them for you, and the supermarket counters should do that as well. So, some salt over the top and the bottom. Remember when you're seasoning, or a couple of scales on there. Remember when you're seasoning to season both sides and do it from a height so it's evenly coated. Okay, some ras a la noot. Okay, I'm using this instead of pepper. Then I'm going to use some of the oil from the sunbush peppers, just a drop, and brush it over the top. And now these will take about 3 minutes under the grill. The last little bit here is the fresh mint, gently sliced. And the thing is too, with a soft herb, just slice it. Slice it gently. If you're not comfortable doing it with a knife, do it with a pair of scissors. You don't need to chop it really finely. Okay, half in there, and half into the relish. My sardines are ready. See how the skin comes up? See, the skin comes up in bubbles, and it's cooked that quickly. I mean, this really is nature's fast food. It's tremendous. And then you pop the quinoa in the bottom of your plates. Pop your sardines on top. And then take the relish and spoon it over the top. I'm going to get Fiona, the founder of the Kids Cookery School, to come in and tell me what she thinks. Fiona! Here you go.
Thank you.
Is there anything, if you were doing this with kids, anything you would leave out?
I think some of the things they might not have seen before or tasted. And I think it's very interesting. It's very colourful. I think you should give it a go.
Brilliant, okay. And give it a go I will, all the way down to the bottom of the plate.